All right, hello again, Kansas City. I'm Mr. Smiley. You're watching KC Anthem, and I'm back again with Tom Caprefoli of KC Productions Live. We're going to talk about his upcoming event, Ride Against the Westborough Baptist Church, and you should all be involved and be there October 2nd. Thanks for coming in again, sir.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, let's talk about the event, because that's why you're here. We want people to go there. You want to get a big push for that, right? And get everybody out that you can get out, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So when did you come up with the idea to do this ride against the Westborough Baptist Church? I mean, I know they've been pissing you off probably for years, but when did it become a situation where you're like, I'm going to make an event, I'm going to get in these people's face in a way?
Well, a few months back, when the helicopter wrecked in Afghanistan, there's 30 soldiers that died on there.
Yes, Navy SEALs, right?
Yes, and some of them were from my hometown, Olathe, Kansas, and and I was out. I was asked to come out to one of the protests. They said they were going to be out there, and they needed people to help spread the word. So got in my car and went out there, and that was in Leawood. And me and Mrs. Reverend Phelps had a small discussion between ourselves, and
really,
she decided I was a thug, and I decided that she was a bitch.
So you actually met Evil face to face and talked to the daughter of Fred Phelps. Is that who we're talking about?
No, his wife.
The wife of Fred Phelps.
His two
she must be 150 years old.
She looked like she's living dead for sure.
Okay. And so how did you know it? Did you know it was her right away? Was she had one of those stupid signs or what?
Well, we went out there and we talked a little bit to the Patriot Guard, and then we drove around the corner. We didn't actually think they were going to show up, and all of a sudden, bam, they were there, and I was the first one to pull up because I was out driving around the neighborhood because I was about to take off and let them do their funeral and carry on when I seen them, so I was the first one there, and I was a little nervous because, I expected a whole bunch of people to be there, and I was standing there alone, and she basically told me I supported homosexuality and this and that, and I was a thug, and then the police made me move from one side of the street to the other, and I thought that was kind of crazy since they have the right to be on that side of the street. I have the same right as they do.
Yeah, it's very strange when the police interject and it seems like they're supporting the Westboro, but I mean, obviously they just want to not have conflict, keep the peace or whatever, and not get sued by him, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're here at this show. We're not afraid of getting sued by him because I have absolutely no money. So if they were to sue me, they might actually owe me money afterwards. So, I mean, I don't give a fuck, right? Those people, they piss me off to no end as well. I've been seeing it for so long on TV that I guess I've kind of been desensitized to it in a sense to where it doesn't bother me like it used to, especially when I was in the service. But it's a heinous thing that they do, right?
Yeah, and to me, for myself, it's not so much about religion or being political or anything like that. It's about humanity and knowing if someone lost their loved one, a son, a daughter, or their father, that these people have enough nerve to go out to someone's funeral and protest them at their lowest moment.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, it's a messed up deal. So you ended up meeting the Reverend Fred Phelps' wife when they were protesting the Navy SEAL. One of the Navy SEALs is from here in Olathe, Kansas.
Yeah, I went to two of them. One day it was in Leawood. One of the soldiers were from Leawood, and the other one was from Olathe, Kansas, and I ended up going to both of them. Wow.
And then you were like, man, I need to do something, pull something together, have an event to let them know that you're here, that we're here, right, against them.
Yeah, well, my idea is that, they go to these services and disrupt them. Why not we go to where they are and disrupt their services?
There you go.
And throw it back at them. They get a lot of media attention, and people, their idea of saying is, you don't give them media attention, they'll just go away. Well, they've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah, they're not going away.
Ignoring a problem is not going to make it go away. And if I can use their media attention for something they stand against and flip it around on them,
right,
and publicize an event against them using their own, media attention,
Yeah.
and then use the money raised for something they stand against. It just seems like a win-win thing. And if you can keep doing that to them, they're going to say, hey, well, we're giving more, of an edge to them instead of us.
Mm-hmm. And we talked to you a little bit about that last weekend when we had Unwritten Rules on, and you said that you might even donate the proceeds in the name of the Westboro Baptist Church to piss them off a little bit more.
That's exactly what I want to do.
Okay, so October 2nd, you're going to gather. Is it been notified as to where the gathering is going to begin? Is that information available? Or
yeah, it's on the website, Ride Against WBC event on Facebook. It's at Johnny's Tavern on Shawnee Mission Parkway in Flum is where we're going to start the ride.
Johnny's Tavern.
Yes, it's that big parking lot to the south.
So it's going to start here in the Kansas City area, and then you're going to ride out there together to Topeka? Okay, very cool. And at some point during the day, you're actually going to rumble by their church, right?
Yeah, we're going straight to them, so we can make it there during their services. And then we have a location that we're putting on a show as well with Unwritten Rules that's going to be within walking distance of the compound.
Okay. And is that's a secret location for that one?
I'm not sure the legalities of everything, and I don't want them to shut it down. I don't want the police to think, there's going to be too many people,
right?
And all of a sudden take our rights away. But we're not going to get off our motorcycles in front of their church. I know that you cannot protest a church within its hours of operation, but there isn't nothing saying we can't drive by with a few hundred motorcycles, and Harleys ain't the quietest things machines out there. I
love it, man. And I know that any of my friends that are watching, any of my Marine friends would be very happy that you're doing that event. So I've got something playing on here. Yeah, I mean, that's badass that you would put that together. It's like I said last time we were talking on the phone, it's something that a lot of people talk about and a lot of people would want to do, but nobody actually makes it happen. And you're making it happen, and I always respect somebody that goes out there and does something instead of just talking about it. So, outstanding. October 2nd, be there. We're going to watch this video that was made by Metaphor Media KC, who I gave a shout-out to last weekend, and I'll just give them a shout-out again, because they're pretty good at what they're doing here. I like the style. So, let's cue up this video, and this is the Ride Against the Westboro Baptist Church promo video.
Featuring Unwritten Rules and part of their song Broken Hero.
And Reverend Fred Phelps of the Westboro Baptist Church has been spreading a message of hatred and intolerance. In 2005, the Westboro Baptist Church started the tasteless and inhuman tactic of picketing the funerals of fallen soldiers. On October 2nd, KC Productions is taking the protest to Reverend Phelps' very own doorstep with the 2011 Ride Against the Westboro Baptist Church. At 10 a.m., the leather-clad legions will rattle the road from Kansas City to Topeka until the thunder of chrome-plated engines drown out the hymns of hatred. The event will conclude with mind-jarring rock and roll from Unwritten Rules. Please join us for this historic ride. Stop by kcproductionslive.com for more information.
And so we're also about to watch that video. Part of that Unwritten Rules video was in that promo. You can watch that at youtube.com/metaphormediakc, or you can just stay tuned because we're going to watch it here in a second. You can see the interview with Unwritten Rules and the call-in from Tom Caprefoli from last weekend at kcanthem.com. So let's see here. Besides that event, what else do you have going on, sir? What else can we talk about?
Well, we're doing a CD release party for Sin City Cowboys, and that's going to be October 8th at Aftershock. And we got some really good bands line up on that as well with Semino, which Kyle Semino just made it to the 4th in the nation in the 6-string contest in LA. So congratulations to him as being the youngest contestant in that event.
Wow, is that a Kansas City local?
No, that's nationally. I guess it's more national. It's worldwide because he was one of the last 4 Americans that were in it.
Cool. What event are we talking about here? I believe I've heard of it.
6-string contest in LA.
Nice. So there's probably some pretty good contenders there.
Oh yeah,
he's probably a big one, huh?
He's a child prodigy, and he wanted to come out and support Sin City Cowboys and be a part of that show. And we got Beryl Bright from Oklahoma and Admiral Gray that's out of Dallas coming in as well to do that show.
Nice. KCProductionsLive.com, is that where we can find out information on these things? Mm-hmm. Yes.
Under the events or featured artists.
Nice. And you might even be having an appearance on local news or something soon, right? You're going to be on KCTV5 talking about things? Yeah,
I'm supposed to be on the Channel 5 morning show next Saturday, and they're going to also get their affiliates from Lawrence and Topeka and Leavenworth to air it as well.
All right, so no doubt KC Anthem will help provide them with many more viewers than they would have had. When people see this, they will be tuning into that morning show. Yes.
Yeah, I'll also be out tomorrow at Bikers for Babies.
Yes, let's talk about that. That's a cool thing. That's a big event that they have around here. 98.9 The Rock talks about it a lot. Yeah, every year. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
So what's going on? What's your role in that? What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to go out and hand out flyers. Me and a street team of people are going to go out there, hand out flyers for the Ride Against the WBC, and collect donations for what we're going to do with the money that we raise on this ride is going to find a soldier that's been critically injured and go to their house with some contractors and make their house a little bit more handicap accessible. And we're going to start collecting donations tomorrow.
Great. So some of the donations collected tomorrow are going to go towards this Ride Against the Westboro Baptist Church fund.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because right now everything, all the advertisement, the videos, and flyers, everything's got to come out of my pocket right now. And in order to make an event bigger, sometimes you got to have more funds to get the word out there and make it happen.
Well, good deal, man. I do appreciate personally what you're doing for veterans and for those injured in war. Not enough people do those things, and it seems like it's not the trendy thing or the in thing to do because these are bad wars now, right? Afghanistan and Iraq, unfortunately everybody thinks that they were wrong, so therefore you don't have to support, the people who went and sacrificed to fight at them, even though we didn't really have too much say in going to fight in those wars, so you shouldn't hold it against us just because you don't believe in the war anymore. So...
Well, and again, like I said, whether if you believe in the war or if you're believe in homosexuality or whatever that they're against, they're against everything. They went to 9/11 and protested that. They have a video online that shows graphic pictures of people jumping to their deaths out of the Twin Towers. I mean, it's very moving and disturbing that these people can sleep at night and do this.
We should talk a little bit about the back and forth that's been happening on your comments here. Let me see if I can find this guy. There's actually a guy commenting on your Ride Against the Westboro Baptist Church video that apparently is pro Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah, I believe that's one of their spokesmen.
So you pulled somebody out of the woodwork there. Let's see, Westboro Documentary. Let's see if we can find their YouTube here.
Yeah, that's where they post all their sermons of hate.
Since 1967, Reverend Fred Phelps of the Westboro Baptist Church.
Fucking internet. I do want to give this guy... I want everybody who's here to go and harass this guy. Let's see. YouTube.com/Westboro Documentary. YouTube.com/Westboro Documentary. And apparently he supports the documentary they did on him. I actually did watch that one day. The guy who goes and lives with the family for a while. He's not a pro Westboro Baptist Church guy. He was just a regular guy. I think he had a British accent or something, but they showed him the inner workings of it and everything. It was informative. I mean, if you want to know more about how the depths of these people's hatred and their beliefs, check it out. But we found somebody online who does support them. I was surprised that you pulled somebody out of the woodwork for that, but now we can go harass them. Let's see, the Foo Fighters were here yesterday?
Yeah, last night.
Last night. I'm going to see if I can play this video of them, so you said, serenading the Westboro Baptist Church. They came out dressed up as hillbillies and I guess sang to the Westboro Baptist Church protesters. So that's pretty funny. They got some balls for doing that.
Yeah. And you know what? What band out there of their caliber would really take the time to do something like that? So hats off to those guys.
One rock band turned the tables outside the Sprint Center tonight.
My daddy said, keep it clean.
That, the Foo Fighters rolled up on a truck in costume, gave a small performance dressed as what many are describing as hillbillies. Phelps says the entertainment industry teaches everybody who listens to it fornication, adultery, and idolatry against God. The anti-protesters say they are glad the band took a major stance.
Whether you're black or white or gay or straight or the Foo Fighters, God loves everybody.
The band is in town tonight performing at the Sprint Center.
Who knew that you could hate the Foo Fighters, too, in their religion? The damn Foo Fighters are the cause for all of America's problems,
Yeah, well.
That's pretty funny. I mean, once again, though, they do get in the news. They're always in the news. You can always see them. They do well in the press, but they don't do well in the public opinion. I can tell you that much. So I'm going to try to cue up this video here, Broken Hero, which is badass. Shout out again, Metaphor Media. And powerful video. I think everybody should go and spread it around online. YouTube.com/MetaphorMediaKC. And support Unwritten Rules and Tom Caprefoli and what he's doing and what they're doing.
This song is about my dad.
Don't get hurt, everything will be fine. Scott and Debbie Bertoldi. Our son, Specialist Jolyn Bertoldi, was killed July 18th, 2003 in Fallujah, Iraq by a roadside bomb. And we just want to say our hearts and prayers go out to our military and their families every single day. God bless.
Unwritten Rules, Broken Hero. It's a great video, great song, powerful, moving.
Yeah, you know, Pat's been wanting to do that. He's the drummer from Unwritten Rules, as his nephew Joel that passed away. And you know, you can tell in the beginning of the video, his little boy's there. He don't have a father anymore, and to have one of these guys come out and disgrace his name or anybody else, you know, that met a fate that way, you know, protecting our rights. And his dad was a hero, you know, no one that God hated or,
right,
you know, any of those things that he says. And tell you what, if that was my son, I probably wouldn't be sitting here to discuss this because I wouldn't have taken it so lightly.
Right. I mean, it is amazing. A lot of these families have restrained themselves so much facing that kind of provocation.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. And that's what it's all about. You just can't. These people are real people that, you know, they lost a son, a father, a daughter, you know, whatever the case may be, and to have these guys come out and protest their funerals, you know, there's a place for everything, regardless of what your religious belief is or, you know, what you believe in. You know, go to the Capitol building, do it. Go where someone's going to listen. But you know what?
Right.
They hide behind the rights that these soldiers died for us to have.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yes.
They're attorneys, which mean they're a part of the system that they supposedly stand against. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything about them is hypocritical, and, you know, fuck them.
There you go.
What else can I say? That might not be politically correct, but that's my stand on it.
Yeah, no, that's cool, and that's how I feel as well, man. So let's talk about Bikers for Babies, because you got that going on tomorrow, and we want people to come out and donate to the cause, and they're going to get free tickets to a show, right? When they do.
Yeah, come up and hit me up when you see me out there tomorrow. You can recognize me by my hat, and I'll have some flyers in hand, and everybody that comes out and hits me up, I'll make sure you guys get a pair of tickets to the Sin City Cowboys CD release party.
There you go. That's pretty awesome. Have we talked about pretty much everything you got coming up then? Anything else?
Yeah, I believe so. We're also doing the Metaphor Media. We're joining forces to do a viral video challenge, and what that consists of is we're going to have multiple bands playing, all judged by crowd response, and then the finals, what it'll be is Soundworks, Cauldron Soundworks Audio is going to be providing a soundtrack for a full-length video, and we're going to give them a video, a soundtrack, an EPK, and a website hosted for a year. You know, something that they can shop, you know, to all around, get their band to play more places locally, nationally, and regionally.
Well, that's a heck of a good deal. Where do we go to sign up for that?
KCProductionsLive.com.
All right, KCProductionsLive.com is the spot. That sounds like a really cool deal, especially I like the website, throwing that in there.
Well, the deal is that there's a lot of good contests, you know, going around, like Battle for Freakers Ball, which is great. It gives you an opportunity to play for a national act and get some exposure. But what local bands are lacking is mostly funds, which, you know, funds take, you know, precedence over making videos and going to the recording studio and getting a website.
Yes.
And face it, if you have all that stuff, you're able to shop yourself to, you know, labels. And if anybody says, hey, we want to play there, they say, well, show us what we got. This way that they have a professional tool to shop their band with. That's
great, man. That's a good deal that you're doing there. That's badass.
I figure that'd be better than a one-night showcase with somebody. That's something that they can use all year and continue to use for their career.
Heck yeah, so KCProductionsLive.com, and I'm sure there should be plenty of bands interested in that deal.
Yeah, we've got quite a few set up, so we're going to try to launch that late November.
Okay, good deal. And you're teaming up with Metaphor Media, who I want to have on the show, by the way, if Metaphor Media is watching.
Yep, William Peck. He's the man.
We want William Peck on the show, Kansas City. I do want to talk about, I saw this really cool event last night. I was able to go out and see this rock opera with music by Shudder over a production, play, drama sort of thing. And I've got to put some words together and write a review about it, because it really was, to say the least, it was really different, unique. Never seen anything like it in my life. And having Shudder on a couple weeks ago, which you can see their interview at kcanthem.com, I was lucky to have got that kind of timing and been able to get involved with them right before they did this. I'm also going to be filming it for them coming up this next weekend, or however we arrange it. So at some point you will be able to see some of the video. I did capture some last night at the premiere, which I will put up as a little promo to get people to go see it. It's actually at the Just Off Broadway venue, which if you've ever seen those really old looking walls downtown, they look like these old walls, like it used to be something from the 1600s or something. Mm-hmm. And in the middle of that, they have a theater that they've built. So it's a really cool, artsy looking place. There was a lot of older people there at the event last night, and this was a very edgy drama production. So it was interesting to see what these people's responses were. I mean, I'm not going to tell you anymore. You need to go see it. Just Off Broadway. It's called Generation Y, like WHY. Yeah. Interesting. And I got footage of that, which you'll see soon. kcanthem.com for that stuff. Next Saturday, I'm going to have The Tempest on. I'm excited about that. And I'm also going to have a acoustic performer, guitar player, Nick Evans. That's awesome.
Nick from Evelyn's Wake.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
No, probably another Nick Evans. But he might be. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't think it's any of the guys from Evelyn Wake, no. kcanthem.com, though, you'll be able to see that there. I just did an interview with Jen Reynolds before you got here over the phone. She lives in Arizona. She's an internet personality who's worked with Tom Green, and I found that to be very awesome to talk about. You know, Tom Green is one of my heroes. Yes, I say that with pride too, because I think he's a brilliant genius. So check that out at kcanthem.com, and kcproductionslive.com is where you need to go as well and help out Tom. Tom's helping out the local scene. Glad to have you on again, man.
Thank you.
And we'll have you on again probably in 2012. What do you say?
Sounds good.
It's not too far away from now, so.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll be able to air the video for the 2011 viral video challenge.
That would make sense. So when we figure out when that's going to be out, then I'll book you for right after that.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right, Tom. Thanks a lot, and good luck at Bikers for Babies, and especially good luck at the ride against Westboro Baptist Church. And thank you for what you're doing.